Welcome back to the realistic road to glory. We've completed the most recent summer transfer window, and so far we are very happy with the A, signings we've made, and B, start to the season. We find ourselves second in the championship after 6 games, 5 victories, 1 frustrating defeat to Bristol City, but we're hoping to add more victories to the cause throughout the course of today's episode. We've a very difficult game against Nottingham Forest to play today, but we're going to play Coventry, Forest and one of Hull or Preston, depending on who's highest or lowest at the point by the time we get there. Sunderland midweek, the home game we will look to simulate and hopefully pick up some decent points from. So the starting lineup looks like that. As soon as Ennis Bardi's contributions start to wane, then Shola Shoretire will get the nod at Cam, but at the minute, Bardi's just still contributing too much to take out at this stage. But it's still a difficult decision to make between Sarmiento and Darbo on the wing, but Sami, for the time being, continues to start out there. But I'm sure it won't be long before Darbo is putting in a strong case for starting ahead of him. We hopefully will just continue to keep winning is the plan anyway. Saying thank you continually to those of you on the board behind me for your continued support in the comment section. That's Colts fan Mark Johnson and Anton Kjellström today. Thank you very much indeed for your continued support, and all of you that continue to leave your feedback on the comment section in every given episode. Please do continue to do so. It does make a difference to the save, very much so. Their front line is not as strong as it was, Coventry, as you can see there, but they're missing Kitching through suspension as well in the early stages of this season. So at this stage, there isn't really anyone in the league we are scared by, other than Sheffield United, Nottingham Forest, and probably Bournemouth as well. And evidently Bristol City, but they're a bit more of a bogey team rather than someone we're actually scared of. The starting lineup is strong. The form is strong. Let's have some strong results as well. Mr. Kitchen will be the referee. Let's throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at Coventry City's backline. That was a terrible pun to make, but it did it. Excuse me. O'Hare might be in trouble here. I literally just unpaused and gone. Coventry's captain, after 5 minutes, is walking. Thankfully, so is our player after a disgusting challenge. Josh King wiped out from behind. It's the right decision. That's not going to help Coventry's season. They're already missing Kitching through suspension. And now O'Hare's suspended as well. Ill discipline amongst the Coventry City ranks this season is not helping their cause, is it? Going on the attack again. I can't get there with the right back. Strike. Good save. Coventry, the more dangerous side in the opening 25 minutes, despite only having 10 men. Advantage played. We'll dink it. Fofana's there. Really nicely done. Continually really nicely done. Fofana. Lobato backs off. He's in a great position here. And surely should have scored. But the goalkeeper has done enough. Sarmiento apparently fouls the man, despite, I'm sure, getting a toe to the ball. It looks like it's going to be 0-0 at half-time. That was probably the best chance that either side have had. And really, Lobato should have tucked that away. Corner Coventry again. Not for the first time today. They're going short to Sakamoto. Oh, King. How does he get that in play? That was really, really, really well done. Looking to Ennis Bardi. Lobato's the man on the run. Held his run nicely there. Just saw him check back as he saw himself getting a little bit too far forward and going offside. Fofana's here. Will lift it looking for the run. Get it into the middle. Oh, and Sarmiento was waiting for it. Would have been a delicious move to see us take a 1-0 lead here. But continually, Coventry hold on. Very well indeed. Ramsey trying to track back and can't get there. Henderson coming across. He does step in on the Coventry man, but still can't find a goal to go in front at the minute. Look at that one change. Shoretire to come on. Sarmiento's been having a decent game, so I'll leave him on for now. Fofana for Benny Traore is something I'm contemplating, because quite frankly, Benny Traore does make an impact off the bench, doesn't he? But at the minute, just the one change to try and enforce the issue and get the win. Breathe a sigh of relief, won't you? Go on, you're onside. But now Lobato missed a really, really obvious one-on-one chance earlier. He's not doing so this time. Game's won, Coventry 0, and it's their own doing by pushing everybody forward. Ludicrous decision making. We lead. Well in, Josh King. Sarmiento looking for Shoretire. It's a lovely turn. It's a great ball through. It's a lovely take as well. And Fofana could quickly finish them off here with a quick fire second. And he's done exactly that. Taking his frustration out because it has been quite annoying to try and get the win. And get the ball past their backline. It's a lovely take. Actually turned towards the defender. But thankfully the defender was on his heels and not able to spin and deal with the movement. All right, take it quickly. I am running off with it. Fofana. Randall. Out to Zamora. Quickly. Tuck back. Shola. Goal. Shoretire adds a third. Coventry have finally started to fall apart. Now it really is game over. Into Sakamoto. Zamora intercepts. Try and work this about in a manner in which could maybe see us get a fourth goal. Quickly looking for Dahlberg down the line here. Darbo, sorry. Could go solo. Won't. Oh, there's another. 4 in the 92nd minute. Really rubbing it in Coventry City's faces. It will be a very joyous journey back down the A14 towards Cambridge from the Ricoh Arena. Boos around the ground, understandably so. They really have crumbled here, Coventry, after a positive start. Thank you, Fode! Final whistle sounds. Fode Fofana's 5th goal in 7 games, as you can see top left. We are strolling towards the top spot. No, Bournemouth won by 2 goals to 0. They'll stay 3 points clear of us, but our goal difference is better than potentially anyone else's with that strong victory. Was a very, very good team performance. Why morale is only sat at content, I've no idea, given the nature of the season so far, but morale is on the up. There are changes coming to morale, of course, for FC25. There will now be a sweet spot where you have to keep morale, otherwise if it's too high, players will get complacent. Now, this is a great time, superb time, and rather weird that it's happened like that, for the first press conference question today. Comes from Mark Johnson, says, Mr. Monk, stories have been flying around on social media about Valdimarsson's outburst aimed towards yourself and your backroom staff following the player swap involving his good friend, fellow Icelandic international, Arnur Sigurdsson. It's believed he may try and force a move in January because of this. Do you have a suitable replacement in mind, or will Valdimarsson remain at the club despite his apparent dismay at your recent transfer? I understand that a player from a different nation brought into the club in part because of Sigurdsson and having a fellow Icelandic player at the club, but Valdimarsson has cemented his place as number 1 at this club. He is by far and away the best goalkeeper we've had in the save so far, and as disgruntled as he might be, I'm sure he would rather be a Premier League player with us than potentially not a Premier League player with someone else. Palermo certainly aren't a massive club to be accepting bids from either, with the ambitions we have, and Palermo being of the nature that they are. We shall make sure the finances are up to date. We'll make sure everyone's as fit as possible. We're still second, but now we've got a gap of 3 points to Nottingham Forest, who we play later today, of course. And our goal difference is the best in the league. Hopefully we'll be better yet still after a win against Sunderland next. Sunderland then, they've got Fatty up top. They're 12th in the division. They did win their last game, so they will be slightly buoyed as a result of that. But we've been winning quite regularly ourselves. Couple of issues for Fatigue, most notably Fofana. He'll come up for Benny Traore here. Fofana now 77 rated though, which is great. He's growing well. Lobato's up to 79, which further increases the opportunity and range of potential players available to us for the January transfer window. Although obviously realistic 79 rated players are going to be more difficult to find until we're at the Premier League, and then certainly we'll be able to justify most transfers of that level. I mean, everybody else is fully fit. I'll take Bardi out and put Shoretire in for this one because he came off the bench and had a good display, scored a goal. And, oof, Lobato scores twice, but actually we lose at home to Sunderland. Now, that is a real surprise. Nobody saw that coming. Sheffield United draw. We stay second, thankfully, as that Sheffield United draw means they don't catch us. Norwich have drawn. Looks like Forest have lost again. They did indeed. So Bournemouth at the minute, 8 from 8 at the top of the table. Now with the chance to recover away from home against a very, very, very good Nottingham Forest, however, it is going to have to be a very good game to ensure that we're able to get victory this time around. I am surprised by that defeat, genuinely. I fully expected us to just walk all over Sunderland, and, well, rather evidently, we haven't. This Nottingham Forest side, then. Sudakov gets the nod at Cam over Danny Olmo. Gnonto gets the nod at left mid ahead of Mudryk. Retegui ahead of Enes Unal up top. Panzo and Fletcher at centre-back, though, in place of Ozan Kabak at the back, is an intriguing one. Robert Sanchez in goal ahead of Vlachodimos on the bench. Toffolo at left wing-back is still at Nottingham Forest here. They lost 2 of their last 5. They've not had as strong a start to the season as really we expected them to. We thought Forest would be up there with Bournemouth. And they're not thus far. But it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we've started the better, but will we finish the better? That's what we're not sure at the minute. Cashin has not quite recovered his stamina from his international break, so we'll make that change. Shola will get the start again ahead of Enis Bardi on this occasion. But we won't make any other changes. We want to be close to, if not as strong as we possibly can be for what should be one of the most difficult games of the entire league season ahead of us. Ola Aina. Fast. And accurate. And 1-0 Forest. 3 minutes, 20 seconds, 86 rated in the Championship Sudakov, and Forest captain gives them a 1-0 lead. That's happened a bit earlier than I feared that it might do. I expected us to lose. I was kind of hoping it didn't start this early. And he's here still. Tricky little Italian to try and deal with. Ismail Assar and Gnonto again. Well in. And we will get rid of this. We might be doing a lot of defending today. Oh, it's a lovely take by Shola. Please tell me you're on. Please tell me you're on. Oh, Foden was so close. That had to be 1-1, didn't it? And by the new offside rule, he would have been onside. But by the old one, he's off. The defender got to me first. Harry Darling trying to deal with Gnonto, but he's far too quick. Toffolo getting past Calvin Ramsey here. But not for long. Ramsey fights back. Corner for them. They do have some taller players in there, but we've got some height of our own. Retegui. Oh my God, why have you not picked that up, Valdemarson? Christ, talk about panic at the back. We've gotten away with it, but bloody hell, that made me nervous for a moment there. Darling will switch out wide. Oh, but the touch from Lobato is so uncharacteristically poor. Clearly, the players just not showing the composure against a better opponent so far today and making mistakes. They feel under pressure. A side that are close to us in the league. A side that we're going to be battling with for an automatic promotion spot. A side that really we need to try and get a result against. As Retegui, who came close once, comes close again. Closer still, you might say. Should finish that. Shola's dropped deep. Whilst it's only 1, we have to believe in ourselves that we can get something from this. Ramsey's on a great run. Finds Fofana. I'm going to use Samiento as a decoy. Hasn't really worked. Lift it into the middle. Shola brings it down well. Shots well blocked, however, by Sarr at CDM. But Forest will just clear it. They feel a little bit under pressure. Seemingly Nottingham Forest. Anywhere will do kind of attitude for the back line there. Finding Lobato. Beats his man. Shola. Up against the back line. Looking for Crescene. Crescene, was meant for Fofana. It's frustratingly misplaced. And Forest will deal with it. And now Gnonto will look to break, surely. Josh King trying and failing to stop the man. Toffolo will probably look for him again. If Ramsey can get it off him quickly, that would be great. He can't. And here's Gnonto now in a dangerous position. We'll deal with this, I hope. We have. Oh, that was close. Keeper, thank you. All right. Still, we're living on our wits at the back. But our wits at the moment are holding out. Still just 1-0. Samiento, Ramsey, drill it. Finding him, lifting it. Shola brings it down brilliantly. Looking for Lobato. We'll look for Shola again here. Shoretire, sorry. I rushed it. There was a poor touch in there that killed me a little bit. How is that a foul? Lahaina. Rategi. Worried about the ball. There it is. Sudakov again. He's too good. He's too good. We've played quite well, but he's the difference. Kengo. Shola just dipped away from me. Thankfully, he's got the acceleration to get there. And then beat his man. And we'll look for Sarmiento through this gap. And then inside to Fode. And on again. And Robert Sanchez pulls out a remarkable David Raya-esque save. How's he done that then? That's not ideal when looking for an equaliser. Nor is Robert Sanchez then coming to claim the corner either. I don't know how he's made that save. That should be 2-1, and we're still fighting and back in it in the second half. As it happens, though, it's still 2-0 Nottingham Forest. They're going to look for a third, but thankfully, at least for now, they're not going to get it. Fofana's on the run. I'll lift it, looking for him, bring it down, spin the man. He can't do it. Used the hand in trying to bring it down, and they had the free kick and advantage anyway. Rategi out wide. Here's Nyonto. Probably should have read the turning side on his right, shouldn't I, really? Monku. Sa sliding to get it to Nyonto. Well blocked by Kirk Henderson. Couldn't have fallen more kindly for Sudakov on a hat-trick. Ola Aina now going off for Mikhailo Mudryk. It's quite the substitution to be able to make it championship level, isn't it? And we've cleared that, but only as far as Sa. Jonathan Panzo. Fancy little flick. I don't know whether it's Monchu or Monku, but whatever it is, he hasn't got the ball anymore. Sarmiento will look for Shortire. I keep mixing up whether I'm saying Shortire or Shoretire, so I'm never really too sure which way around it should be. Fofana's in behind here. The defender is thinking about coming to get me. Hasn't, but it doesn't matter because Robert Sanchez will make the save. Clearly all the faith in his goalkeeper back there. That's annoying, isn't it? Let's put Calvin Ramsey on this. See what his delivery's like. From right back. Not bad at all. Fofana's up. Top stop Robert Sanchez. The two difference makers so far in this game. Sudakov up top and Sanchez at the back. Fofana again. Sanchez comes. We can't get the rebound. We will keep the play alive. Crescene will drill it out wide here to Sarmiento. And Saud, quite simply, somehow, gets the ball off him very, very simply indeed. We're going to lose 2-0 away from home against Nottingham Forest. We shall have to hope to be better against them back at the Abbey later in the season. But for now, they're the better side. And our league position is going to drop. We will not be second after this weekend, that's for sure. Bournemouth win again. Although Sheffield United just lost, which is helping. When other big sides are also dropping points, it does mean that when we do the same, it doesn't quite hit as hard as it could do. Preston have dropped to 19th. Okay, so that makes this one a little bit more straightforward then. I was going to sim Hull because it's the home game, but after losing the simmed game against Sunderland at home, I'm not sure how confident I am of simming all of the home games now. They're 13th in the league, Hull, but they've won 2 of their last 3. We've lost 2 of our last 3. Jaden Philogene is still out on the left-hand side, so he's dangerous continually for them. Barry up top's one of the best strikers in the division. Hull were challenging for playoffs last season. They're not this season so far. Now, we've got a press conference question from Liam Parker. This is, Mr. Monk, do you have a chance to get in the playoffs this season? Prior to the last couple of games, I'd have said definitely. We were absolutely challenging for an automatic spot. We've had a little wobble. The first of the season, really. Bristol City result wasn't really a wobble. Now, 2 defeats in 3 kind of is. So, first stumbling block. Let's see if we can bounce back and get ourselves back into the top 2 automatic promotion positions here now against Hull City. Lobato. I was worried about a bit of a kick clash, but looks all right, actually. Theirs is predominantly black. Ours is predominantly amber, and actually it's nowhere near as horrible a kick clash as it could have been. Sarmiento from range here. Draws the save out to Lotutala, sorry, in goal. Early opportunity for us. Bardi back in the lineup here. I think at the moment, on that header, find a teammate. Henderson back to Josh King. Josh King from the edge of the box. Ugh. It's fallen straight to them. At the moment, I think Shoretire is actually a better impact player than he is someone from the start. So we will look to utilise him as the impact player moving forward in the short term. Sarmiento with his left foot deflected. Another corner for us. We're really trying to put the pressure on Hull City here back at home. A couple of poor results to try and rectify. And Fofana, with headers like that, will help us do exactly that. Cambridge 1, Hull 0, and well, a hell of a goal. Makengo, and out wide. I've got the options down the line. Sarmiento's there. He's made a good inverted run. We'll look out wide to Ramsey again. Delivers a great cross. Oh, it's going to fall to Lobato. And the defender in the way to clear the ball after the keeper makes the initial save. Crescene wins it back though. Driving into the space. He'll look for Fofana. And it's in a corner again. We'll look for Fofana continually in these scenarios because why not? He's the best goal-scoring threat we've got in that sort of scenario. It's going to fall to Sarmiento. Under control quickly to then have a decent effort, but there's just too many men in the way. Sarmiento's having, in fairness to him, a very capable season so far. So, Darbo's introduction to the squad seemingly has brought the best out of Yeremy Sarmiento, which is, I guess, kind of what we hoped would happen, really. We did want him to succeed, and he's having a decent season, Sarmiento. Here's Fleming now, still only with 1 goal to the good, so could do with a second to shore up. We nearly needed that second just to maintain a 1-goal scoreline. Omur Abdul Kadir with the corner. And dealt with. Or, you know, not dealt with. Not dealt with. Finish from Jaden Philogene. That was really nicely put away in the far corner. Showing his quality. Quite surprised he's still at Hull, to be honest, in this save. Player of definitely Premier League quality. He's at Aston Villa now in real life. You never know. He might end up at Cambridge United in this save at some point. Someone get in the way of it, for Christ's sake. Oh, God. Base of the post and wide. Jeez Louise. Hull are really good at the minute. Here's Josh King. Fofana make me the run. That's Lobato. Not Fofana, was it? On either occasion, actually. Not clicking here at home against Hull. Morale is high. Players should, in theory, be at the best of their ability. But at the minute, we're not getting the best of the results. Barry, it's going to go in, isn't it? You just know sometimes. You just feel it. When the defenders aren't close enough and you can't have the time to get them close enough, you kind of know it's going to go in. Is it going to be 3 straight defeats for Cambridge United? At pace. I mean, it's just cynical. I'd probably do the same in that situation. You're going to understand why they've done that, but it is indeed cynical. I see Sarmiento on the edge of the box here. It's Josh King, in fact. Lobato. Oh, needed a world, he didn't get it. Blocked again. It's just not going to be our day on this particular match day, or seemingly this particular episode. Hull 2, Cambridge 1. Maybe we are only playoff hopefuls, not championship title contenders. I'm sure it will only just be a wobble, but this is feeling slightly familiar to last season. Really positive start, and then we got a bit iffy. We do win together, we do lose together. We've been doing too much of the losing together at the moment. So Preston away, please. Win. Preston with a 5-back, so I'm actually a little bit relieved that I'm not playing this one because I do despise playing against 5-backs. We hope to win, but whether we can or not, at the minute, it seems a bit in question, doesn't it? I think Enis Bardi out and Shoulders up to 77 now, just noticed there as well. So that's certainly something to consider. I said I'd have a look actually and see what the contributions were like between the two of them. Bardi with 2 goals, 4 assists in 9 games. Obviously, Shoulders mainly been substitute appearances for Bardi, but 1 and 1. So Ennis is still doing the business, but maybe in Sims, because Shola's higher rated, we put Shola in. I think that's probably the wisest thing to do, isn't it? We do have a final press conference question, if you finish the sentence, Ches, from Reece Musgrove that says, Mr. Monk, with the window now closed, are you happy with all the signings you made? Were there any deals that were close but didn't happen? Yes, I'm happy with the signings we've made. Yes, there was a deal that was close but didn't happen. You saw us in the first episode of this season, go in for the Austrian CDM at Plymouth. We didn't get the deal done in the moment because Plymouth were asking for more money. We decided we'd come back to that later in the window, and ultimately we didn't have the funds remaining to get the job done. Whether we feel like we need that signing moving forward, I'm not sure at the moment, but certainly we could do with a result here. And thanks to Kirk Henderson, of all players, the 43rd minute, we do get it. Good. A win for us. Bournemouth win again by 2-0. We were 6th prior to that game. Frustratingly, we stay 6th still, as other sides around us have won. Bournemouth have lost the game, but with 10 wins in 11, spot your title contenders and title favourites. 3 points from Swansea in 2nd to Southampton in 8th prove that it's going to be quite the close run thing for that final automatic promotion spot, isn't it? Regardless of how good Bournemouth may or may not be for the full season. At the minute, they are running away with everything. That will do us for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel with a notification bell tick so you don't miss out on any more. We have big games, important games coming up in the next episode that we would very much like to get wins in. And hopefully on the back of that now slim victory, we can do that. Valdemarsson has kept more clean sheets than any other goalkeeper in the division. And hopefully he keeps that up, because I get the feeling we're going to need him to. That's all for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow.